Today, we're going to be continuing Star Wars Month by taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series Clones of the Republic, Mace Windu, and 187th Legion Trooper 2-pack. That is a specific thing to note with the Legion, but we'll get to that at a point. This 2-pack was a Comic-Con and Hasbro Pulse exclusive, I do believe. I could be wrong. I do know they're usually Pulse exclusive, though, with these Clones of the Republic, because there's 3 of them. This is the first one, the second one was Yoda and Gree, and the third one is still not out, but it's Obi-Wan and a 212th Trooper. I did get my hands on that, though. I did get a pre-order in for that, and it is confirmed, so I should be getting it. So that's good. Thanks, Hasbro Pulse, for that one. But essentially, that's them. There's the box. Don't mind the tray being upside down. If you would like to read some words, you might be able to see them. There's a big sunspot in the way. It's not a sunspot. It's actually the light. But that is them. Just to get the box out of the way here and not hit the camera this time like the last 2 times I did that. We have these 2 figures, which are not unique figures, mind you. Well, Mace Windu kind of is. He does have new gauntlets, I believe. The clone is the regular 2.0 clone, despite being released the same year 3.0 clone came out. I'm guessing he was just cooking for a while. That's about it. There's no reason they didn't, because the 3.0 clone is infinitely better than this guy. 2.0 clone, it doesn't suck. The original clones are way worse than the 2.0, but the 3.0 were better than both by a mile. And the Mace Windu is the majority the same old Mace Windu, that if you own the original, you own this one other than the gauntlets. That's your difference. And that's them. That's the review. I'm just kidding. We're going to take a look at Mace Windu first, because we've kind of taken a look at him, but we oddly enough have not taken a look at the 2.0 clone yet. Well, in this form, we've taken a look at the ARC Troopers, but not this form of them. So let's take a look at Windu first. So, taking a look at Mace Windu here, he looks pretty good, actually. I mean, it's better than the Plo Koon, who I kept seeing Plo Koon with, it was Mace Windu with Plo Koon mask and gloves on. This looked great. I like it a lot. There's not really much to miss here. This is my favorite design of Mace Windu. I love the clone gauntlets. I love when the Jedis have them. Obi-Wan had them at a point. Plo Koon has them. He had them. It was very cool. And honestly, if they do a Plo Koon, again, if they ever do an updated one, use this body because he has the gauntlets, right? Just make sure the robe is dark brown this time and not a light brown, because it bothers me. That's the whole reason I had to end up gluing fabric onto my Plo Koon, because his robes were just the wrong color, but the robe was the right color, so it made sense. But this is pretty alright. I mean, looking at the arms, it's pretty similar to robes, and then the clone gauntlets, which are the new aspect. Torso, pretty alright, pretty cool. Jedi robes, and the legs are robes with boots. Okay. Not much there. The likeness in the head looks pretty good, actually. It kind of looks like a maybe young Samuel L. Jackson, but it's just weird, honestly. It's like, it's there. It's kind of in the uncanny valley, really. Because it's, like, kind of there, but it's also not. There's something off, but it like, a passing glance is like, that's Samuel L. Jackson. That's how I see it. That is how I'm looking at it. I mean, there is some good stuff here, though. Again, with the gauntlets, they gave him a little clone communicator gauntlet there, which is good. The belt looks nice, but there's one admission, which we're going to talk about, the lightsaber. Nowhere to put the lightsaber on the belt. Same thing Plo Koon had, but Plo Koon I don't think had a peg. This guy does. Talking about the lightsaber here. Just slide it up out of his hand. There we go. There's clearly a peg on there for a storage. This guy has a unique lightsaber. Nobody else typically has this one, so it makes no sense as to why there's a peg on here. The blade looks pretty good. It actually kind of looks more magenta in person, especially with the light. It looks almost pink magenta. And I am not removing this blade because it's on one of those scary thin pegs, and I did it in another take of this review, and it scared me. So we're not going to do that, but it does come out. And the blade's actually all scratched up. I don't know if I did that when I was, like, moving it in his hand. A lot of this kind of gold. It's a little bit of yellowy gold, though. It's kind of an icky-looking gold. It's not like the gold I would have liked. It's a little too bright, a little too polished for, you know, a lightsaber, in my opinion. You know, I would see that as being well worn, because he's a pretty high-ranking Jedi Master. You know, he's like the second guy. He's the guy behind Yoda. Oop, and there he goes. But, I mean, he's pretty cool nonetheless. His articulation's alright. He has a ball joint in the head. He has a forward and back at the arms. This is very pliable on this release. On Plo Koon it wasn't, but on this one it's very pliable. Elbows. The torso joint's actually really loose until you get it here where it doesn't want to move unless you move it down. It's really strange. Not really great. Forward's good. Back doesn't exist. Outward's good. It does have double jointed knees, but kind of tight, kind of scary. Not doing it. They do exist, though. He is an older figure, so he does have, of course, the thigh swivel. It doesn't get the knee swivel. We then get that. The forward and back at the ankle. And then we, of course, get ankle tilts. So, pretty good articulation. He is an older mold, so we're going to give him the kind of pass, but it's not bad, realistically, it's not bad. It's pretty good. Not really a lot different. It's just basically the gauntlets. That's essentially your big difference. But let's get to the thing where you're probably buying this pack for, which is the 187th Legion clone. The 187th Legion clone trooper is very cool. He is a purple clone who kept popping up in, like, 2023 for some reason. It's weird, because in that year, if I'm not mistaken, this also released, which is the LEGO minifigure of the same clone trooper. These guys were not considered canon, which then entered a weird debate, because also in that LEGO set, I forgot to grab Mace Windu, is the Mace Windu with the clone gauntlets. So, what does this mean? Because in the Clone Wars series, there actually is a 187th Battalion. That being this guy, the brown marking clone trooper, who we're going to throw in this review because he's the same as the purple one, just with different markings. There's his box. His words are not in focus at all. Focus. There we go. And that's him, number 10 in the Clone Wars line. He was a Walgreens exclusive or GameStop in Canada. And as far as it goes, they're the same figure, just with slightly different things, such as the paint and also the coloration of armor. He has a weird yellow or like an off-white coloration to his armor compared to him, and it's definitely noticeable. I did a short on it. Only clone like that. No other clone is like him. It is a him issue and only him. And it's not like he's sun-bleached. It's just the plastic. I don't know what they did to him. Why is he different? It's just everything about him. Makes no sense. As far as it goes, the arms are the exact same on these guys, minus the markings. Same with the chest piece and the legs. No differences. The helmets are very much different, with this one being kind of more 212-ish, the brown markings. I do kind of like the arrow and the kind of paint down here, but I'm more of a fan of the purple Shock Trooper. I've always liked Shock Trooper helmets. I've always think they've looked really cool. And especially with this guy having two tones. He has the purple and this kind of aqua, which looks really good throughout the armor. As you can see on the thighs, the arms, and all over the helmet. Looks great. I love it. I love this armor. Honestly makes it pop a lot more than this little guy here, because he doesn't have the arm detailing like he does. Does, however, have the leg streaks. Look at that. He does have the little leg stripes. That's cool. But as far as accessories go, the 187th Battalion Trooper comes with just a DC-15 blaster, whereas the Legion Trooper comes with the blaster rifle and the blaster and removable helmet, which doesn't like to come off, but you do have a Tamora Morrison head under there. As I said, helmet looks great. Love it. This guy technically does, though, if you want to go through the effort, I tried on this very figure. For some reason with this mold, and I think for the 3.0, I'm not sure, there's a sculpted head under there. They just did it. Like, it's a fully sculpted head. People have taken it out. It is a fully sculpted one, just like that. But, and the butt with it, it's just sculpted in white plastic. That's it. That is the entire thing. It is a sculpted white plastic head. Nothing more. No details are on it painted. There's all the detailings there. The eyes, ears, mouth, everything. All there. It's all visible. It's completely there. If you want to paint it yourself, you could. At that point, Hasbro, because usually when it comes to removable helmets, they usually end up giving them an extra gun if they don't have a removable helmet, right? They didn't do it for him. They didn't even give him an extra gun. He only comes with that. And he comes with 2 guns and a removable helmet because he's in a 2-pack. Damn you, Hasbro. Damn you. I can get with Gree, though, why they didn't do it, because Gree has a unique head, and that would have actually been a new mold, because I don't think they have Gree's weird, like, hairstyle. But with this guy, he's just a generic clone. Why didn't they do it? They really should have. Again, he's an exclusive. Just do it. Just do that. There's no reason not to. And, I mean, they're okay overall, and, I mean, let's just talk about the articulation. Putting the battalion off to the side here. The articulation is pretty okay. You have a very good range at the head, forward and back. The crux of this figure, the shoulders, which are glued on, which you can kind of move upward if you want. Elbow, swivel at the elbow, rotation, in and out, up and down. You then have a forward and back, but it's very restrictive due to the chest piece. It's not soft, it's just hard plastic. The side movement is actually a little bit better. Rotation forward at the legs kind of sucks because you have to move the leg off to the side a bit. You do, however, get a knee swivel to kind of counteract that. Thigh swivel, outward, back kind of sucks. Knee joint goes well beyond 90. And then you have a tilt and then forward and back. So, all the basic stuff, really. Nothing too crazy. And, of course, the other guy is the exact same. Actually, I forgot to mention, there's butterfly joints in here as well. So, pretty good articulation, actually, for the clone. It's not bad. It's just a couple spots, which they improved with the 3.0 figure by making the shoulders O-rings. And the hips are... I actually don't remember if they're close to the same or not. But it doesn't really matter, does it? But overall, that's these two. The difference, again, being he has off-white armor and brown markings, and he's just cooler because he's purple. That's my decision. That is my take. Let's get to my final thoughts on these 3 guys here. As far as they go, they're all adjacent to each other, and again, the big debate here is between the purple and brown clone. That's essentially that. Mace Windu, he's cool. Like I said, I already own the mold because I own Plo Koon. I mean, it's cool. I like having the gauntlets. It's nice. It's Mace Windu. I always liked Mace Windu ever since I was a kid because purple lightsaber is really cool. That's why. Even though, yeah, Mace Windu is kind of a dick. He's, you know, like, he's powerful and everything, but he's honestly, like, some of the worst of the Jedi, really. Like, just for ignoring all the signs of the Sith. He's one of the worst for it. Though he did care for his clones, so he gets a pass there. He's cool. He's nice. Not really any issues there. But then you get to the clones, which, again, this one's worse than this one. Like, this is a 4, this is a 3, but only solely because the coloration of the armor and the lack of helmet removal. That's it. And the accessories being literally a gun. But the purple one's cooler. Like I said, they're the exact same figure. There's no difference. Like, it's just paint at the end of the day. It's the same guy. It's just paint. And also, one's way harder to come by. That being, the Battalion Trooper is common, and the Legion is not common. The Legion being the purple one, Battalion being the brown one. Again, have to specify that, because it's really close. And again, the whole debate comes up between these two of which one's canon, which one's not. Because this one is in the Clone Wars, this one is not. He's a Legends character. But they keep cropping up. Again, there's 2 things in the last 2 years of the purple version. There's literally this one. That is him. But then in the Clone Wars, Commander Pons had the brown armor paint. It's just weird. It's a whole thing. It's whatever one you like better. Again, I actually think, and this is my opinion, I like the brown armor's markings, but I'd prefer it to be purple, and I like this helmet more than that helmet. Because I like the overcomplicated design of the little tallies and everything. And then the purple there, and then the purple on the ridge looks good. There's some cool parts. There's some pretty alright parts. Do I think you'd regret getting this pack? Not really. It's a clone trooper. If you like clones, you obviously probably already have this pack, or are searching, because it's a purple clone. That's really cool. And I mean, you might already have this guy. they said he's not hard to get. I got him for $22. Like, he was really cheap on AliExpress. Yes, he's real. I made sure he's real. Everything I ordered from that person was real. So, that's good. But this is this whole thing. That's the big debate here. Nothing more, nothing less. If you want the pack, I'd say go for it. Although, don't pay too much. Don't pay too much. I paid, I think it was $100 prior to shipping, and then when it got here, because it was an untracked shipment from the UK, which I didn't know, it was untracked, but it had $24 worth of duties on it. So $124 after taxes. And $10, actually $114 plus $10 fee from the post office for holding it, because that's utter bull as well. But that is it. That is this review. I think they're good figures, nothing special. If you don't care for them, don't go out of your way to get them. If you do care for them, absolutely go out of your way to get them, because they're really cool. But that is it. That is my review of the Mace Windu and 187th Clone Trooper pack, or Legion Clone Trooper, you gotta put the Legion in there, and then the 187th Battalion Clone Trooper. That's that one. Thank you guys for watching. That's all for now.